Ancient times, this sacred mountain was sealed by the dwarf deities with 5 powerful.
Let's skip that boring part and let's dig into business. I need your help.
Hey, where am I? This is a bit different from what I visited earlier.
Hey, come here quick.
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
How dare you to interrupt my story? I am the mountain.
Well, as I was saying, this is the Misty Mountain and has 2 things about it. One, it's filled with gold and diamonds. And there is some kind of weird magic.
What was the last part?
Instead, you can mine any dwarf streams, and all you need is a pickaxe.
Any dwarf streams?
Hey, welcome in! Today it's Wednesday and it is our Lucky Miner Day, so I hope you're feeling fantastic. I hope you're having an amazing day. If not, I'll try to make it better. So how are you doing? Welcome in everyone. I hope you're having an amazing day so far. Today we'll continue out the testing of the Misty Mountain as we continue to transition it into a single player experience as we had before with all the things that you used to love about this game. So that's pretty much what we're going to do, and that's what we're going to start with. So bear with me as well. AJ, how is it going? Yes, you are first. And happy to have you here, along with Pickaxe. Hello. How are you all doing? By the way, we have the old school Lucky Miner. So if you type in the chat !LFM, you'll access to a form that all you need to do is to fill it up and you can become one of the Lucky Miners towards the end of the stream. Today, I have some new stuff to test out. We'll be placing this stuff accordingly. This is just purely for tests. Of course, they're not going to be their final position, but that will do today. That will be about it. AJ, Wapax, how is it going? What you have been up to lately? Have you been playing some other sandbox games? Have you been playing some other games at all? Or just plain busy with work, life, or whatever you have going on in your life right now? So frames per second, they do seem not quite stable. Might be from my computer, I don't know. Let's give it a try. So we have 3 more furnaces to test it out. We still have the gem cutter to place in. We still have the silver and the gold processor. You're creating a new one for Luke Game Jam event named Work-O-Mania. They're all there. Hey, how's it going, Fred? They're all there? Really? I might have missed. Okay, there they are. Okay, I see them. So the other ones should be around here. Perfect. Okay. We will find a nice place to get them. For now, it will be as it is, just for the tests. These are just some beautiful assets. Really love the way they were done. Look at that. Ah, beautiful. Awesome. Just gotta love it. Look at the dudes working. Yeah, this is something. Piece of work by the big Rex Roach. Okay, no more chatting. Let's get this done. So I'm gonna just be random mining. Kind of missed that. Been doing all these strategy and trying to maximize my wins. Right now I just want resources. I just want to have some fun. I just want to mine whatever comes my way. So that's what I'm gonna do. Hey Nasman, how is it going? Welcome in, fam. We're getting way closer to get this into a place that the game is actually ready. At least the core mechanics of the game, they're coming out nicely and easy. Well, I'm not sure if easy is the right word, but they're easy to play with. That's what I meant. More stuff about it. So once we've got all of these tested out, we will begin to lay the foundations for the progression of the quests. Not all of this will be immediately unlocked. You'll have to progress through the game. You've been watching Fred streams to see the progress. Nice. That's the way to go. Yeah, Fred has been doing some really heavy lifting work here. Also, I'm pretty sure while working with the Cyber Dragon Logic Pro, I'm not sure what's the name, Logic Pro board, something like that. Oh yeah, we gotta go. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking gold. I kind of wish, from what I've seen, I kind of wish we had that earlier, honestly. Because the tool just looks amazing and it saves so much time going forward into the future. You just want to, like, for example, how many times have we done and redone this map over and over and over? Quite some, right? We've did this, I don't know, 10 times already? More? I cannot even count. I completely lost track about it, honestly. But that tool itself just would have made our life so... Logic Board Pro. Okay, so I was not that far away. So this tool alone would have saved us so much time. But so much freaking time. While keeping everything organized. And just being way easier to manage all the logic that we do. So I would say Nazma, no, AJ, if you aren't working with this yet, I truly, highly, strongly advise you to use it. Is it like a compilation of logics? It's a board. So have any of you worked with a Miro board? Imagine that you can do all your logic on the game maker, but then you can actually save it. You can actually just upload it to a new map, to a new board. So it can be a compilation because you can share your logic with other people. But I'm gonna leave that answer to Fred. He probably has worked. He's not probably. He has worked a lot with it and probably has a better answer than myself. But mostly, what he can do is the bug is you game. I'm not sure if I follow or understand. The bug is you game. Okay, so what you can do is you export your logic to the logic board, and it just becomes very understandable and easy to manage. And then you can upload it afterward. You can share with other people. There's a bug. Which bug? Well, I see these bugs, despite this. I'm pretty sure you're not talking about this. Which bug? AJ, let me know. Cyber Dragon is turning it into like a social platform with a portal button. That is, okay. So this is a way for game builders on the sandbox to be able to share their logic, to sell their logic, to have, for example, imagine someone wants to build a highly complex type of game, but no one yet knows what it is or how to do it. Maybe they can have a shared folder and everyone just adds their own thoughts. They playtest it, like, oh, I need some playtesters for this logic. Let me know how can I upgrade it. And someone would download that logic, would immediately place on a map, on an empty map. You would not have to go to the struggle of actually having to design it from scratch. And then they would be able to do suggestions. They would be able to do improvements as well. And I think that's one of the beauties of cooperation. And yeah, and it's really, really fortunate that we have Cyber Dragon among us, and he has personally developed that just despite of the love of the game maker. So kudos for Cyber Dragon, big up for Cyber Dragon for sharing that. And if you have not started to use it, I do recommend it you to start using it. It will be your best friend very, very soon. I guarantee you. The way that Fred talks about it, it just looks clean, sharp. Okay, I almost got all the resources I need to test stuff out. I do need some stone though. Okay, let me mine all of this stuff. I think I'm getting a good run, right? Almost 2,000 masters so far. Today's Lucky Miner is going to be good. We have all of those resources, all the refiners working for you. Yes, I have a dragon, AJ. He was the one that developed it. He did develop the Logic Board Pro. More resources. Yeah, I definitely need a stone. Here's one. Okay, give me a non-prize. Perfect. That's what I'm talking about. And I can still do one more. Hey Bitfox, how is it going? Welcome, welcome. Is it web or what? I think it is a program. Have you clicked on the link that Fred and Fred did share, AJ? So I think it's a program you install that allows you to fetch the logic and import there. You can also work on the logic there directly, if I recall. It has a visualization. It is a website. Okay, so even better, it's a website. Is there like a tutorial on how to work with it, Fred? By the way, for everyone that joined in, make sure you do type !LFM if you want to become one of the lucky miners towards the end of the stream and have a chance to mine here at the Misty Mountain and earn some sand prizes. So, yes, you will see a tutorial. Perfect. So, AJ, if you get onto the website, you'll find yourself with the tutorial. So, easy peasy. So, we've tested out the first refiner. Now, what I want to do is test out the other ones. So how does this play out? We saw the first one that was in the back there in the mountain. We have now this one. Kind of goes into tiers. That's tier 1. This is tier 2 refiner. Tier 3, you can see that it's kind of evolving. It has better looking. It is supposed to be like the amateur refiner, the professional refiner, and then the industrial refiner. Then we have here the refiner solely for silver, the refiner solely for gold, and then we have the gem refiner and the diamond refiner. So how does it go? If you place in a sand block, you can place in a sand block into any of these refiners. The thing is, if you want to get a diamond out of a sand block, that's going to be extremely, extremely difficult and rare, but it's possible. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to be really, really rare. So I'm not even going to attempt to. The way that it goes, so if I go into the most basic, the amateur refiner, I have more chances of actually getting a resource out of it, like I've shown in the last stream. But that was just about me getting a coal out of a sand. It's a big trade-off. I was not getting anything out of that sand. It was already a non-prize, but now we have a double chance of actually turning the non-prizes into prizes. But if I would feed the amateur refiner with a stone block, which is a higher tier type of quality, let's put it that way, I would have at least a guaranteed copper. So you see how it goes. If I would put the same stone block into the professional refiner, I would get myself a guaranteed copper as well. But the line of rewards, the prize pool within each refiner, it gets better and better and better. So the amateur, it goes like sand, it goes from coal to iron to copper. Then you can actually get gold and emerald, if I recall. Then on this one, it just goes higher. You start with copper, then goes into silver, gold, emerald, sapphire, and ruby. Now on this one, it gets better even again. And just goes on and on and on like that. So on this one, if you put a stone, you don't have a guaranteed reward. But okay, let's do some testing. I'm gonna feed here on the professional. I'm gonna do the sand. I'm pretty sure I'm not getting anything out of it because it just becomes way harder to do so. So let's see. It's possible, and that's the beauty of it. You can actually get a diamond from a sand block, but probably that's not going to happen as it is extremely hard to do so. I'm going to do dirt now on this one. Yeah, the animation is super clean. It's super cool. I love it. So you have like one miner that's feeding the dirt blocks there. They have the other miner that's jumping on the blower. I think that's what it's called. And then it just smelts there, and we have the output towards the end. See, even with the dirt on the professional, I'm not getting anything out of it. So as I move forward into the clay, I should be getting some better chances of actually getting something. Let's see. Still not yet. Why am I selecting sand? Okay. Nothing. Okay. And nothing. Okay, for gravel. Gotta get something, right? Okay. We also got nothing. Now for stone, I am pretty sure that we should have at least a guaranteed copper. Yep, look at that. Oh, we got a white diamond! See what I'm talking about? It felt like despair. It felt like everything was going in vain. And there was nothing coming out of it. But we got a white diamond out of it. That is neat. Oh, it's a stone. Yeah, right, Bitfox? So I'm gonna put a stone again. Let's see what we can get. Nothing refined. I'm pretty sure we should have at least a guaranteed copper out of this. But hey, I'm not gonna complain. I just got myself a white diamond. So I'm super in the game right now. And this is gonna make the Lucky Miners way more interesting. I'm very, very sure, because it does not end when you mine it all. You can still keep going with the refiners. Yeah, that was not bad at all, right? Okay, let's do one more time. We gotta mine a couple of bits. Also, on other news, and on the other end, on the blockchain game, we do have some advancements as well. So white paper is done, like I shared with you on the last week. We also have got the pitch deck also done. So yeah, we're getting very, very close towards the moment we can share everything with you. So next step would be to get like a one-page type of social banner that kind of resumes everything. Produce some social media type of stuff to share on our Twitter and on our socials. And yeah, pretty much everything is coming together, I would have to say. It's looking very, very good. And I cannot wait to talk more about it with you. But I just wanted to give you an update on how we are, what's been done, and what's the currently step phase we're doing it. So yeah, white paper is done. Pitch deck is also done. We just need now social media stuff. And then we need to get it shared and get the message aboard for the funding phase so we can kickstart the project. Pretty much it will go all into auditing the smart contracts. As we know, it's going to be it's a game and it's a protocol more than anything. I think I can give you a show of what's been done so far. I don't think that will be bad. At least I can hype you all up on what we've been also working. You know what? Let me equip some stuff. Let me get some power. Oh yeah, 96 power. That's what I'm talking about. What is this? $18, not the best. 56, yeah, this is good. Backpacks give me speed. I'm not looking for speed, looking for power. These would be helmet 21. Well, 25. 24. No, this gives way more. 18. I got nothing here. 12. Well, I can just go with this. At least I have the full set, right? This one just gives, unfortunately. And 12. I'll go with the judo. It doesn't look good, but it's okay. It does the job. It gets the job done. Yeah, everything else just doesn't give anything. I don't have shields, do I? Nothing worthy to equip, at least. Okay, I should be one-hitting most of the blocks right now. So... I need a place with a lot of stuff. Okay. Whoosh. Zwoosh. Way better. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So yeah, make sure you do fill it up, that form, to become one of the lucky miners if you want to earn some sand prizes. I am very sure that they will become higher and higher this time. So yeah, make sure you do fill that up as we get closer to the end of the stream, or let's say half of the stream, we will be doing that. Okay, I do need much more materials if I want to test all the refiners, and I want to try to get something out of it. Come on, break. There we go. We used to be able to break vertically. If we would stand in top of a block, we would be able to mine that, but that is gone, and it's a shame. Okay, nice, silver. I wonder if one box could find a way to rig these mining system. Always finds a way to do stuff. Where this is gonna lead to, I don't recall, but I know. Oh no, I don't want to go into the maze. Nah, we've done that. We've been there. Don't want to get lost at this stage. Okay. Here we have a lot of stuff to mine. Hey Wicked, how is it going? Welcome in. Shoot, I'm hitting the refiner. So we've got the refiners today to test it out and to give even more prizes. We got a gold, let's freaking go. So yeah, this is coming out really, really good. So once we're able, so what's going to be the next step here also in the Pickaxe Master regarding the sandbox? Nice, we got an emerald. Once we're able to save, one of the things will be the only thing you'll be saving, which is luck. So for luck, you'll have to complete the quests, the quest lines. Who went for a Smurf? You went for a Smurf, Ian? And by the way, welcome in, Ian. Did I miss anyone? I don't think so. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you do type in !LFM and you do fill it up that form if you want to become one of the lucky miner of today. There's extra chance. That was a gold. Yes. There's an extra chance of you getting even more prizes because we have all the refineries working. Was not able to get a legendary, so I didn't bought one. Man is a serious collector. Either legendary or nothing. We'll maybe buy one after the event on OpenSea. Yes, we're all waiting for the next bullet challenge. One question. Is unique avatars still a thing, or they just go by rarity? Or among the legendary, can you actually get a unique one of one? Well, that is a thing of the past. Seems like the legendary went super fast because I wasn't able to get one either. It's fascinating how the most expensive ones are actually the first ones to go on the sandbox. Interesting, intriguing. Okay, here we have more. Now that white diamond gave us a lot of oxygen to play with. Copper, sand, so I need some stone. I need some stone blocks to get this going. I got a couple of gravel. Oh, there used to be more stone blocks up here. Okay, here's one. That's actually what I'm looking for. So I'll take it. Here's another one. Nice. Here's another one. Okay, perfect. You got the centipede. What was that collection from? Okay, I gotta get myself a stone block. Okay, here's another. Atari, okay. So 5 stone blocks. Let me try to get some gravel. There's another stone block. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, this has plenty. An emerald, let's go. Okay, already we are halfway through the stream, so definitely... Oh, we got a sapphire. This should have been a lucky miner moment. We're definitely going to start with it, so make sure you are ready. I'm just first going to real quickly going to do these testing. I'm going to try to get myself... Once all of this done, I'm going to make a super long stream just to make sure... Just to try myself to get the best possible score ever. So I did try on that one, and we got a white diamond. I want to go to this one now. See what happens. Going to do a sand block. Nothing going to happen for sure. Yeah, that would be way too hard. Dirt. Nothing. Clay. Nothing. Did we do clay? Okay, we did clay. Nothing. Gravel. Also nothing. Odds are very slim that you would get a diamond from here. Stone. Nothing. But let's try all the other stones we have. Maybe we can get lucky. You can see here the odds changing. That is just purely for testing. Oh, almost. So we got through 2 of the RNGs. Let's see again. 1, 2. I think we need to get through 4. Okay. Last one. We can do it. Nope. Now we're going to do gravel. It's going to even be harder. That was not bad. That was close, actually. Oh, That was far away. One more. Now to be even harder, let's do clay. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. We're not gonna get anything out of here. Let's try to get silver. Oh, we got a silver. We don't have more clay. So let's try to do with dirt. Got nothing. We got nothing. Again, we got nothing. We don't have more. Now let's do sand. I'm not sure which number I should hit. Okay, we're done. No more resources. Hey, not bad. So what I'm gonna do is restart the game. Here we go. And as we restart the game, let me take a look to everyone that has filled the form. We've got 6 responses so far. I'm gonna put everyone in the wheel of names. So if you have not filled it up yet, now would be the time for you to do so. We've got Wapax, Nasman, AJ, The Bitfox, Artificial, and Ian participating in today. As I promised you, I'm gonna give you a glimpse on what we've been working. So yeah, this is way too confusing. So let me bring this up here. Give me a quick second. White paper. Pitch deck. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna show this one. Just putting the slides here so they can be on the stream. Well, you'll get an idea what we're gonna build. I'm going to try to explain really simply, going through the slides, and at the right timing we'll be making a campaign out of this for the fundraise and just get it through socials. So yeah, right now it's just a quick bean for everyone. Okay, I see more entries. Wicked and Blue Tulip, welcome in. Let me add you to the wheel of names. Hey Blue Tulip, how's it going? Looking for TSB Brave Browser. Here we go. Okay. This is everyone we've got so far. I'm going to give just this quick route through the slides I've got going on, and then we will roll it. Okay, ready for this? This is the pretty much beans for all of you that you're here on the stream. And then when the right time comes, we'll be sharing this on the socials, on Discord server, pretty much everywhere. Okay, so where I want to start here. Slide 1. Pickaxe Master gamified DeFi protocol turning ETH into MLP through mining. So what is MLP? It's going to be the Master Liquidity Protocol. Builds a sustainable liquidity and staking ecosystem using automated fee, reinvestment, and era-based scarcity. So this is pretty dope. I'm not going to be explaining what all of this is. You take your notes, and we will have time to do that. Go through each slide and what does it does for everything. So the core mechanism is you get to buy pickaxes with ETH. So 1 ETH equals 10,000 pickaxes, 0.1 ETH equals 1,000, 0.01 ETH equals 100, 0.0, you do the math, it's always going on. So you burn 1 pickaxe and you get a random resource from coal to red diamond, like we have also in the Misty Mountain. The conversion is you always get a prize, you always get at least a coal, and you can get a higher from that. So trade resources for MLP, which is a token, Master Liquidity Protocol. The rarer the resource it is, the higher value. So you'll be trading, for example, 1 coal for 1 token. If you get yourself a copper, that will be worth 4 tokens. If you get yourself a silver, that would be 16, so on and so on. Now we're going to do an era system. So we're going to start at the coal age, then we'll move into the iron age, then to the copper age, silver age, gold age, so on. It's going to be having the rewards halving, which is somehow similar with Bitcoin tokenomics, which as time goes by, as the protocol matures, the tokens will be scarcer to get by. Next one, there's going to be only 2,100,000, kind of following also the Bitcoin, the 21. It's a nice number to have. It's something remarkable. Honestly, it could be more, it could be less. It doesn't really much matter. At last that it's scarce. So the halving areas happen every time that 20% of the minted supply is done. And it's a deflationary model. So early users get more tokens as the protocol goes by, and the trading of resources for the tokens get halved. It will be scarcer to get these tokens. Now, what's the thing about the token? What's the utility of the token? So we have a liquidity strategy. Every time, so there is no free to play. On this one, no, there will be no free to play because we're building a protocol in here. We might be able to buy some pickaxes and give some pickaxes, and that will be the closest you will have to free to play, is actually earning some pickaxes through giveaways, through marketing campaigns, and through all of those, because everything we're doing here, it comes with a purpose. So every time you would buy pickaxes, and we've shown you the rate, 50% of that will go into buy the token from the liquidity pool, and 50% will be added as ETH to the liquidity pool. So every time you're buying a pickaxe, you're actually, the protocol is buying the token and making the token go up. We're going to have at least 4 initial liquidity pools. So we want to have strong assets to pair with it, which is going to be Ethereum, Bitcoin, USDC, and Paxos Gold. So I think these 4 candidates are really, really strong. And what happens is we will be fetching transactions from the Uniswap router. So what does this mean? When you try to trade, for example, Bitcoin to Ethereum, it doesn't go solely through one liquidity pool or solely through one token. Sometimes for you to get the lesser slippage, it goes through different tokens and different liquidity pools, so there's less price impact when you're doing those trades. So we want to capture those trades as well. And while having transactions that involve the liquidity master token with those, it's going to generate fees. So the fees go 50% to reinvest into the protocol, so to compound the liquidity pool that it's available, always growing. So, which means that the time the protocol grows and there's more liquidity into the project, it also means that we're going to capture more transactions. And then 50% of those transaction fees will go to people that stake the token, taking less tokens from circulation, also making the token have more impact on price, and that's going to generate more fees, which again will grow the protocol and go to stakers. Now going into the next one, so you'd stake MLP, which is the Master Liquidity Protocol, and you receive staked MLP. You have a 21-day cooldown to unstake the token. This is going to generate some stability around the token, and there's a 5% early exit tax. This is the only way you've been like, okay, but how does the project actually make money? It doesn't. It's a blockchain project that just exists, and we'll just keep going there forever. So this is the only way that Treasury can actually get something. It's from these 5% early exit tax, which mostly will be used to pay for a server to run. So the game will be purely blockchain. It doesn't need a front end. Of course it does. So it's just because we want users to be able to use it. Not everyone wants to go through the smart contract. But this will be also used to generate new liquidity pools with other tokens as well. So people that stake the token will receive 50% of all the trading fees, and those will be distributed over 365 days, meaning 1 year. So fees that are generated today will be distributed over 1 year. What these do, these gives a predictability of yields that you're going to get throughout the year. So it's not like you have a big day of movements, you have a big day of fees, and then that is done and the next day it's gone. No, so that will accrue through the whole year, meaning that it will be a way you can calculate yield in a much more stable way. So I guess we have an ad right now. I'm just going to change the slide here. But in the meantime, let me just see who has filled up the form. If any, we don't have more responses, so I guess the wheel of names is pretty much done. By the way, we could let me know when the ad is over as well, so we can move on to explaining the next slide. And yeah, this is just the pitch deck. It's just a very, very quick explanation on what we're doing and what's happening. We have the whole white paper that goes into every little detail about the protocol. So you can see that this is a mining game that you actually mine it, but there's also some there's actually a lot of utility behind it while you would be playing. You would be getting a token, then you stake it, and you just get the fees. And while you're buying the pickaxes, it's just making the token. Okay, so only now actually went in. Okay, we have ad break for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Damn. That was a big set off what I was talking and how I thought the break was going. Either way. For those that are not watching the token because either you subscribed or you paid some points, what do you think about this presentation so far? Are you enjoying it? Are you excited? Because let me tell you, I am super excited about it and I cannot wait to get this going live. You look like Spartan. I am Spartan. I'm the resistance. Look at these Web3 space regarding the sandbox, regarding what we all have done and been here. We're still here, we're still fighting, and we're resisting. And I guess that's one of our traits, would be resilience. We get struggles, we get challenges towards our way, and we find a way to stick with the project, mature, pivot, and keep going on. So I'll take that as a compliment. Hopefully, alt season is coming soon. That as well. Alt season is going to be generating more volume on the blockchain. So if we get volume on the blockchain, the protocol, the master liquidity protocol just captures all of that value that is being generated with liquidity, with the volume, and ended. Thank you so much. Alt season was the Bitfox, yes. Hopefully alt season will be coming soon, and with alt season, there's more volume regarding the tokens. And with more volume, the master liquidity protocol actually, if you strip it down, is a reserve of value. Like, for example, why is Bitcoin so valuable also among the crypto ecosystem? Because pretty much almost all the imported tokens, they have some form of liquidity. With Bitcoin, you can pretty much trade Bitcoin for any other token. And that's also what makes Bitcoin so much more stable. It's because it has a lot of value. It's a reserve of value. Imagine like this, for example, dollars. You can trade dollars for euros, for Canadian dollars. You can trade it for pesos. You can trade it for reais in Brazil. You can trade it for yuan, for yen. You can trade it pretty much for any coin of the world. That's why also it makes the USD a global reserve, because you can trade it pretty much in everything. Think about it in gold. There's gold quotations in pretty much all coins and currencies you can think of. That's what it makes a strong asset. Because it has a lot of liquidity with different assets. So that's one of the things we're trying to do. Okay, let me bring it back to the presentation. We were on slide 5. We're talking about staking. So now there's also going to be governance. It's going to be a rather limited type of governance that will be activated in the gold era, which is when there's more 50% of the tokens already minted. Now, it will need 51% of MLP to reach quorum. And the DAO powers will be to adjust fees, to add new LPs or allocate treasury. So this is pretty much what will be feasible regarding the ecosystem. It's not much, but it's the only thing that's actually needed. One of the principles of this is actually making a protocol that is self-sustainable, that is auto-compounding, and what we can do is just actually, okay, we want to adjust the fees, maybe 1% is too much. Maybe the protocol has grown so big that it won't need the 1% fee that it needs from, they call it on Uniswap, the exotic pairs. Maybe it will become to a place like 0.3%, which is for more stable type of currencies, like for example Bitcoin, Ethereum. It's more likely they would have those type of fees. For example, to add new liquidity pairs, let's say, okay, we have these 4 founding liquidity pairs, and we want to add one new with Sand, for example. We want to add one with Chainlink or with AV, which is I will not call it the liquidity protocol as well, but bottom line is you will have the power to choose which LPs and to add those, and then to allocate the treasury, which is the only 5% from here. This is the only way that treasury actually earns money, is from people that want to unstake early their token. So if everyone just goes by there's no exit of cash for treasury, for anything whatsoever. Everything just goes compounded into the ecosystem. There's no drains. Slide 7 would be the phases. So the roadmap would be as going mainnet, deploying the LPs and doing the audits. Phase 2 would be the governance and the liquidity pool expansion. Phase 3 would be multi-chain deployment, as I think that we should be in multiple chains to aggregate as much yield as possible, and then will be the yield aggregators. So it would be a gamified mining. We want to do this through Oracle RNG, which is purely on chain, so we don't need anything external. We get the RNG based on oracles. We would have a predictable scarcity via eras, something like Bitcoin. We would have the automatic LP growth, as Pickaxe purchase would be to grow the LPs and grow token price. The fees, 50% will compound into the liquidity pools. Then we will have sustainable staking, because the staking APR will come from the fees that's being generated. 50% will go there, and it will be distributed across the whole year, meaning that's going to be a much more predictable type of yield you can get from there. So MLP, bottom line, is a future DeFi reserve asset. So something that we want to grow to capture as much transactions through different tokens. So for example, people want to trade Bitcoin for Ethereum, and a small part of it will go through MLP, and we'll capture that value in fees from that transaction that is not directly with our token. So that is what we've been working. It's gaming, it's DeFi, and it's pretty much all together in one thing. It's something that most than anything, it's going to be for the future. It's something that I want to build and be proud of. Like, I've left this for all the community, for everyone, and anyone can participate on it. And it just keeps going, compounding forever, because it will be on the blockchain. It's not dependent on someone paying the server, or it's just dependent on the blockchain existing and on transactions existing. So in terms of tokenomics, in terms of concept in paper, everything looks super, super solid. I've run this a lot of times, so I've come out as a 20 of 20. You just need some time, and we need now to go through the funding phase, which is to kick off the final parts of the smart contract, to get the pre-mining to set up the liquidity pools, and to audit the smart contracts, because audited smart contracts will grab the attention of way more users on the Twitter space, crypto Twitter, on the ecosystem. People will find it safer to enter this ecosystem. But yes, it will be 1 Ethereum equal 10,000 pickaxes. You don't need to buy 10,000 pickaxes. You can buy 10 pickaxes. Just divide that. It will be the simple math. Now, I'll be sharing the funding real soon. Probably I'll be making a post. Of course, all of you will be the first ones to know. As you know, these will go through eras, and the rewards will be halved based on how much it has been minted. So you'll have the first hand on this project, and I think we've been here long together to know that we're a serious team. Regarding all the difficulties we have passed through, we always found ourselves with resilience to go through the next step and through the next stage. So this is what will be our next stage. It will be about building solely a blockchain game that does not need a server, that does not need an engine. It just needs the blockchain to exist. And the bottom line, that is the most solid thing we can produce to last long time. Hey, One Box, how is it going? Lurking alert. I talked about you like probably 15 minutes ago, as we've got the new mining flow going on, and I was just saying, like, I wonder if One Box would be able to rig this. By the way, One Box, how is it going? How you doing? And let me know also if you enjoyed this presentation. My ears was itching. Yeah, probably your ear was like, got the red here. Let's see who's streaming on Twitch. Okay, we'll get this very soon to all of you. The white paper, the pitch deck, pretty much everything. How to get included in the funding round. What will be the details of the funding round as well. So you got more time nowadays? Nice. Yeah, you were pretty busy. So if you want to get yourself to become a lucky miner, now would be the time to do so. I'm going to give one more minute. We are into 52 minutes. This took way too long. Way too longer than I would expect to be. So, exclamation mark, LFM. That's the drill. Type in, get in there, and we've got some new things going on for you to actually earn some more sand prizes. So make sure you do that. I'll not be doing a longer type of AMA regarding the presentation. We will have the time to do that. Especially also I want to do some Twitter spaces to spread out the new project and spread out the new things. I sort on my way out, just saw you online and wanted to say hi, but this weekend is a long one, so I will use it to catch up. Hey, One Box, thank you so much for tuning in and just dropping it all. That was all for me. So, okay, where were we? One Box said it was 1 foot out, so I guess we can just already shuffle it and get the lucky miner. Anytime. You know it, anytime you can find us here. Wednesdays, Lucky Miner, we keep it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and shuffling. Everyone, good luck. Let's see who gets to be the next Lucky Miner. It's really hot here. I'm dehydrating a lot. This is like a furnace. All right, it's closing in. Not going to be the Bitfox. Not going to be Wapax. Will it be Wicked? The suspense. Wicked, you too. Congratulations. GG. Bitfox. Eventually it will be you. Wicked. What are we mining today? Let me close Brave Browser. Let me get this back on stream. Reroll, are you sure? Wicked, always doing the rerolls. That's too kind of you. Everyone, hey, think out Wicked for the reroll. Let's shuffle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do it again. 1 in 100 years. The Bitfox. At least when you get it, you get good prizes. You could be getting a lot and you would get nothing. So we've got the Bitfox, Nasman, Ian, Blue Tulip, Wopax, Artificial, and AJAJ. But you cannot see the wheel. You're right. Let me bring it back. It's still spinning. There you go. That was a good call, Nasman. Thank you. All right, it's closing in. We got Ian. It's not going to be Ian. We've got Blue Tulip. And definitely looks like it's going to be Blue Tulip. Blue Tulip, fam, you still watching the stream? If you are, please type in the chat because you have become the next lucky miner. So, congratulations, GG. And let us know what type of block you want to mine. Blue Tulip, let's do this. You got 1 minute to get back to us so we can start mining and distribute some prizes. Take out this. Here we go. Let's see if Blue Tulip's still watching the stream. Hell freaking yeah, what expected from you? To win prizes. That's the only thing I expect from you is to win prizes. But for you to win prizes, you gotta let me know what type of blocks you wanna mine. We've got sand, we've got dirt, we've got clay, we've got gravel, and we've got stone blocks that you can choose. These would be the rarity tier list, going from the most common that has the least ones, or the least expensive prizes, all the way until the stone block, which is the one that has the best prizes, including the blue diamond. Was used to stone. Okay, Blue Tulip, let's do stone. Go stone or go home, like they used to say, right? But that is not all. All the prizes that you do not get, there's a second chance from the refiner that you actually get something out of it. So, everyone, type in good luck here for Blue Tulip. On my end, I'm gonna get myself a really good pickaxe to do this. Yeah, we can do it this one. I like it. And for myself, good luck, Blue Tulip. Let's do it. Stone blocks. Oh, shoot. I already destroyed one that I should have not. But it's all good. We got a gold. Okay, there's one. We started with gold. That is good news. There's the second one. Let's keep going. More stone blocks. Here's another one. Perfect. An emerald. Good, 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 good. This is the way we want to go. Here's another one. I am kind of... Okay, if we do this slow, we should not be hitting any other block. Okay. That was a non-prize, but hey, it can still be turned into a prize. It's not all done, it's not all over. Next one. Another non-prize. We've got another, no, emerald, not sapphire, but hey, that makes it two. Stone blocks, where can I find more stone blocks? Let me try up here. I've not went here a single time yet. There's one. There's another one here. Oh, shoot. There was a non-prize. There was also a non-prize. But like I said, we've got the refiners. Not all is doomed. Okay, we've got more. Come on. Okay, another emerald. That is good. We're above the 0.5 cent. One more gold. Oh, this links to here. Okay. Ah, that was nothing. We got 220, so probably that is one more we can mine. Another gold. We got 60. 60 is going to be a clay. Got copper and a dirt block. Here's one. Okay. Blue tulip. Huh? Hey Fred, what type of calcs you doing? Blue tulip. Now it's not over. We have the refiners. We have the amateur refiner, which is going to give you at least a guaranteed copper from the stone blocks. That is guaranteed, but you can get a maximum of an emerald. That one is right here. Let me show it to you. It's right here. We're going to find a place to get them all together. So this one, if you place the stone blocks, you get a guaranteed copper, and it can be rolled. The RNG will go as high to an emerald. Now this one, you don't have a guaranteed copper, but you can get as high as emerald. This would be a ruby. No, actually a white diamond. I got a white diamond from this one. On this one, you would probably get up to red diamond, if I recall. On this one, you get yourself a silver, gold. Here you can attempt to mine or to refine some gems. So it would be emerald, sapphire, and ruby. And on this one, you can attempt to refine it into a diamond, which I've tried it before and I've not succeeded yet, as the chances are very, very slim. But you can get yourself a blue, a white diamond, and a red diamond from here. So blue tulip, how are we going to spend the 2 dirt blocks and the 5 stone blocks we have? It can be diamond refiner, gem refiner, gold smelter, silver smelter, industrial refinery, professional refinery, or amateur refinery. I know this was a little bit too much, but hey, blue tulip, what is it going to be? So all the times, one with the highest possible reward. All right, let's do it. I think it would be between this one. Okay, I gotta ask, Fred, if you're still watching the stream, what can get the highest reward? Can this one also get a red diamond? Or is it only this one that you can get the red diamond? I think it's only this one that you can get a red diamond, but might be wrong. Blue diamond from the pro, red diamond from the diamond refinery. Okay. So this is going to be about it. Good luck. Let's try to get a diamond from here. This is blue tulip choice, and we're going to attempt to refine diamonds first out of dirt, which did not happen. and now out of stone. If it does happen, that's going to be a big win. First try, nothing refined. Second try, nothing refined. Third try, nothing refined. Fourth try, we got nothing. This is really hard to do. So for our last attempt, we're gonna do the last stone. Let's see if we can get one. And also nothing refined. High risk, high reward, but we got nothing. Meaning, Blue Tulip, GG, you ended yourself with 1,640 masters. Let me take notes. Blue Tulip. It's been a second since you won. And that is on our ratio. Let me just do the math real quick. So 1,640 divided by 2,000, which is the ratio we use here for the sandbox. So that is 0.82 cent you will be receiving on Friday. So Friday, we're going to be sending all of the prizes that we have been accumulated today. Also, if you have not received yet your Build a Challenge 3 rewards, make sure you do read the announcements. You open a ticket with your sandbox username and your wallet address so you can claim it. Those will be sent out on Friday, and we will be closing the timeline to get the rewards soon. I think it will be on the 21st. So yeah, make sure you do get that open. So we are in 1 hour and 8. This means that the time for the stream has already went over. I want to thank every single one of you that has been here throughout the stream. I hope you enjoyed the stream. You enjoyed also the news regarding the blockchain project, and that you also enjoyed here mining with me and Blue Tulip. GG for the win. Thank you so much for being here. Let me see if we can raid someone. What are you doing? Why is this shuffling? Stop it. Okay, done. Let me see if we can raid someone. Twitch. Oh no. Okay, let me search for the sandbox category. Nope, it doesn't seem like it. Any suggestions on who to raid? Wicked, thank you. Nazman, thank you so much. Blue Tulip, thank you as well. It's been a pleasure to be here with all of you, so we'll be back on next Wednesday. In the meantime, I have nobody. Okay, we have Mad Maddie. I can leave you all with Mad Maddie. He's probably streaming some first-person shooter, as he's always playing it. So let me get the raid, so you are left with nobody. Here we go. Hey Huddle, how is it going? Thank you so much, Wapax. Thank you so much, AJ, Huddle, everyone for being here, for the lurks, for the active viewing, for the messages, for everything. I just appreciate you all being here. We'll be back on next Wednesday. Until then, have a great day, have a great weekend, and have a great week as well. Good luck into your games, and next week we will have more news and more sand to be won. For now, it will be all. See you all soon. Cheers.